First of all, you have to have strong governance. I mean, as we start migrating applications to a cloud environment, you have to know what you're migrating, why you're migrating it, and if it's a legacy that has to be changed, you have to understand that it has to be changed, which gives us into the cultural issue, which I'm sure you want to talk about, which is
Frank's been on the show before. He knows this is show 120, and this is the 120th show. Someone's mentioned culture as being an issue.
Because some people don't want to move at all.
Absolutely.
They want to hold on to their boxes no matter what. In fact, we have some people who believe that if they can have their own servers, that they'll make them virtualized and they'll just be sufficient enough that they can go get by with it, which is not the case, because that's not what the purpose of it is.
Right.
Then there's contracting, which one of my favorite topics is how do you properly do the contract with the cloud provider? Because we have a relationship here. We don't actually move things to the cloud. We have system integrators that move things to the cloud. And its question is who's responsible for the end result at the user side as to their performance.
Right.
And is it the cloud provider? Is it the system integrator? And in some cases, we may have an intermediate to the cloud provider. And so we have a contractual relationship issue going on right now to try to figure this out. How can we actually get a direct contract to a cloud provider that if there's an intermediate, we're concerned that the intermediate goes out of business, we do not have a relationship to get the data out of the cloud provider.
Wow. Makes for some interesting service level agreements, I bet.
Oh, yes. And we talked about that. We talked about not only penalties, but also benefits of the SLA and how you do it. And, last part is always how do you fund this?
Right.
Because if you fund it, it's not treated as a commodity. We always wish it would be treated as a commodity because you want to buy it by the drink.
Right.
However, that's not the way the government funds. We fund by programs, we fund by years. And so it's always a question of if we put a mission-critical system into the cloud and there's a spike in some surge activity that goes on and we expend more money than we think per month, that at the end of the fiscal year we'll have to shut off the system because we won't have any money.